Hi everybody, it's Christina here for Craft Stash. Today I'm going to show you how to use this pretty little die. This is the Ornate corner, and once you've die cut it, this is the pattern that you will have. It's very pretty, very intricate. Now these are just some of the ways that you can use this particular die. For this one I've used an inlaid technique, and for this one I've used a partial die cut. This one I've combined it with the nested hearts die, and we've just used it on the card in the corners. But I'm going to show you how to use it inside a frame, just to give yourself another look. So from the corner die I've cut two pieces that I need, and I'm going to make a shaped card. So with this I'm going to use the nesting frames. So let me show you what I've cut. From the largest die I've cut two pieces. One of them I've embossed. That will be the front of the card. With the other one I'm just going to line it up on a scoreboard so that the curved edges are at the top, and I'm just going to score it down. And then I'm going to fold that over, and I'm going to put some glue along there, and then I'm going to marry these two edges up together so that that will create my base card. So once these are joined, you've got your base card, but to make it stand properly you're going to just look at the back of the card, and all you're going to do is just cut that straight along the bottom, just a tiny bit, and that will allow the card to stand nice and neatly. So with the next die down I've cut a piece of coloured card and I've embossed it, and I've stamped and embossed a sentiment onto a piece of parchment, and I've heat set that with the white embossing powder, and I've cut that with the same die and I've embossed that. And then using these two together, which is the next die down, I've put those two together and cut them, and that will give me a frame. So the next thing we need to do is fit these flourish pieces in place. So I'm taking my embossed sentiment and I'm just going to pop it on some black cards so that you can see it, and I'm putting the frame with the good side facing down along there, and then again with the flourishes facing the good side facing down, I'm going to add little spots of glue, one at the bottom and one in each of the little flourish pieces, just to keep that in place. And the reason I'm putting it on top of the sentiment is so that I know I'm leaving enough space. And I'm going to do the same with the other one at the top. So they will then just be glued in place in three little places at the bottom and on both sides. Don't glue the rest of the flourish down. So once these are glued in place and you're happy with the spacing for the sentiment, this is the wrong side, don't forget, so you can now turn it over. This is the correct side, and then all you're going to do is just trim off these extra little pieces. And then you're going to add some foam pads in strategic places on that frame, and you're going to cut them down if you need to. So I'm just going to add these pads in along the framework, and then I'll come back to you and show you what we're going to do next. So I've added in the foam pads and I've put tiny little pieces onto the bits of the flourish that I wish to support, and this is going to be fitted over the top of the embossed panel along there. So the next thing I need to do is add the frame with the parchment to the coloured panel. But if you put foam pads behind this parchment, it will show through. So I've just put my foam pads around the edge again, and that's just going to be added along there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just add this to my shaped base card. So I'm just going to put some wet glue on the back. We'll just add that to the card. Now I'm keeping it up towards the top. We'll press that down. Now you can leave it as it is if that's how you like the cards, but you can also add in some flowers if you wanted to, just to make it a little bit prettier. So we'll just pop those in along there, and I'm going to add these with a hot glue gun, and I'll come back to you when I've done that. So along this flourish I've added in some tiny pearls just to accentuate the curves in it, so they're along there and the bottom. And then the last thing I like to do is just add some glitter to my flowers. So I'm just taking some wet glue and I'm just dabbing it onto the petals, and then all I'm going to do is just sprinkle these with some glitter and tip off the surplus. And then once that's dry, I will go over that card with a brush just to clean off the glitter and any of the glue strands. But there you have a really pretty card made with your nesting frames and your ornate corner. So there you have 4 different cards, all from one die. And you'll find more inspiration and ideas at crossstash.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.